ஸோ இன்றைக்கி கண்டென்ட் ஷார்ட்டாக நானே சொல்லிடுறேன். NATA எக்ஸாமோட கொஷின் பேப்பர் நீங்கள் இன்டர்நெட்டில் எங்கே தேடினாலும் லேட்டஸ்ட் கொஷின் பேப்பர் கிடைக்காது. NATA 2023 ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அட்டெம்ப்டோட கம்ப்ளீட் சொல்யூஷன்ஸ் இந்த வீடியோவில். ஸோ த கொஷின் given here is A, B and C can do a piece of work in 20, 30 and 60 days respectively. In how many days A can do the work if he is assisted by B and C on every third day? ஸோ இந்த வீடியோ நாங்கள் பண்ணுறதுக்கு முக்கியமான காரணம் முகமது சதக் ஸ்கூல் ஆஃப் ஆர்கிடெக்சர். ஸோ தமிழ்நாட்டில் டாப் 10 காலேஜஸில் ஒரு இம்பார்ட்டண்ட்டான காலேஜ், ஆல்சோ ஓல்டஸ்ட் காலேஜ் வந்து முகமது சதக் ஸ்கூல் ஆஃப் ஆர்கிடெக்சர். ஸோ உங்களுக்கு 2 கேம்பஸ் இருக்குது, சென்னையில் ஒன்று, கீழக்கரையில் ஒன்று. ஸோ ஆல்சோ கவுன்சிலிங்கில் நீங்கள் யாரை கேட்டாலும் சதக் சீட்ஸ் வந்து கிடைக்காதா அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு நாங்கள் படித்த காலத்துலேருந்தே ஏங்கிட்டு இருப்பாங்க. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரியான ஒரு ரெப்யூட்டேஷன் இருக்க காலேஜ். ஆல்சோ ஒரு நல்ல காலேஜில் ஒரு நல்ல கேம்பஸில் படிக்கணும் அப்படின்னு நினச்சிங்கன்னா கண்டிப்பாக முகமது சதக் ஸ்கூல் ஆஃப் ஆர்கிடெக்சர் போய் பாருங்கள். ஸோ காலேஜோட கவுன்சிலிங் கோடு இது. ஸோ கவுன்சிலிங்கில் சூஸ் பண்ணியும் படிக்கலாம். ஸோ மார்க் 10 அப்படின்னு நினச்சிங்கன்னா வீடியோட டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷனில் காலேஜோட டீட்டெயில்ஸ் நிறையா இருக்குது. ஸோ அதை யூஸ் பண்ணி நீங்கள் காண்டாக்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஸோ the given data here is ABC are the 3 individuals who can complete a particular work in 20, 30, 60 days respectively. Also here they are not asking how much time does A take alone to complete the work. They are saying that A is going to do the work for 2 days and in the third day, every consecutive third day, B and C will be assisting A to complete the work. That means A is going to work for the first 2 days all alone, and in the third day all the 3 are going to work together. So if this work is done in this manner, how much days it will take to complete the work? That is the answer we need to find out. So the given options are 12, 16, 18 and 15 days. So individually A, B, C takes 20, 30 and 60 days. From this we can find out total work done. So the total work done is nothing but LCM of all these 3 quantities. LCM of 20, 30, 60 is, we should take the maximum number 60 and we should check whether all the numbers are divisible of that. So 60 is actually divisible by 20, 30. So 60 will be the LCM for this. So the total work done is equal to 60. So here the total work done is equal to 60. Now we can find out the efficiency of individual A, B and C using this formula. Efficiency is equal to work by time. So that is, time is nothing but the days and work is 60. So if we divide work by individual days, we'll get the efficiency of individual A, B and C. So 60 by 23, 60 by 32, 60 by 61. Here in this question, they are not asking how much days A is going to take to complete the work, or how much days all 3 going to take to complete the work. They are asking A is going to work for 2 days and the third day all 3 going to work together. First we need to find out how much work will be done by A on a single day. So next we need to find out work done by all together in one day. So if we find out these 2 data, we can solve this problem, because A is going to work all alone for 2 days and the third day they are going to work together. So first we will find the answer for this. So the first scenario, work done by A alone on single day. So time is 1 and efficiency, we know A's efficiency is 3 and we need to find out the work done on that particular day. So work done by A will be time into efficiency, which is 3 into 1, 3. So the next case is, what is the work done by all together on a single day? That is, time is equal to 1 and efficiency, here we need to add all the 3 efficiency, 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is 6, because we are finding the efficiency for all the 3 when working together. So now we need to find out the work done. Work done by all is 6 into 1, which is 6. So we got work done by A alone on single day as 3, work done by all together on single day as 6, and the total work need to be done is 60 from here. So now what we have to do is, we know that on a single day, first day, A is going to work all alone. That is, the first day A is going to work all alone, which is 3. On the second day, also A alone. On the third day, all 3 are going to work together. So we need to use 6. 6 amount of work will be completed on that day. So like that we need to go on till the sum of all these values get to 60. So far we got 12. So we'll continue 3, 3. The third day again all 3 going to work together. 6, 6, 12, 12, 24. 24 plus 6, 30. So we got 30 here. So far we got 30. Again we need to go on till we get 30 more. So we start from 6 here because this is the third consecutive third day. So 6, 3, 3 which is 12. 6, 3, 3 which is 12. Totally 24. In the last day it will be 6 amount of work will be done. So here it is 30. So totally to complete the total work done, that is 60. If they are working in this manner, then it takes 15 days to complete the work. So the options given here, option D is the right answer. The given question is, if 5 times the 5th term of AP is same as the 7th times the 7th term, then find the value of 12th term. So this problem is arithmetic progression and geometric progression oriented math aptitude question. Here the given data is 5 times, that is 5 into 5th term of the AP. AP is a series in which the 5th term has to be multiplied. If you multiply the 5th term of AP with 5, will be equal to 7 times the 7th term, that is 7 into 7th term of the series. So if this is the case, we need to find out what will be the value of 12th term. So we know that the formula for AP arithmetic progression is AN is equal to A plus N minus 1D. So AN is the value and A is the first term of the series and N is the number of terms in the series and D is the difference. So we need to use this formula here. Now the term which is given here, that is 5 times the 5th term, can be written as 5 times A5 is equal to 7 into A7. So the value of A7 and A5 will be, now substitute the value of A7 and A5 in this equation. So after simplification we will get this. We can even further simplify this to 2A is equal to minus 22D. So A is equal to minus 11D. So we got A is equal to minus 11D from the given data. Now we need to find out the value for the 12th term. So that is A12 is equal to A plus 12 minus 1D. So which will be A plus 11D. So now substitute the value of A here. So we will be able to find out A12. So A12 is equal to minus 11D plus 11D. So minus 11D plus 11D will get cancelled. So A12 is equal to 0. So the solutions given are option A 0, 11, 14, 18. So option A 0 is the right answer. So the question given here is, from a pack of 52 cards, one card is drawn at a random. What is the probability that the card drawn is 10 or spades? Totally 52 cards are there in a playing card, and we need to find out the probability that, suppose someone is removing a single card from the deck. So what is the probability that it should be either 10 in number or spades? Spades is a symbol which looks like this. So for the probability questions which are based on the cards, we should have a good understanding about the playing cards. So this is a deck of playing card which will contain 4 different symbols: heart-in, diamond, spades and clever. So as a whole it will contain 52 cards and each symbol will have 13 cards. So when you add 13 4 times, you will get 52. Every card set starts from A, not from 1. A is as, and it will end after 10, it will go like J, Q, K. So this is a basic understanding about the cards. The probability of getting either 10 or spades. So if you look at the card deck, we have 4 times 10 number here. So the probability of getting 10 is number 4, whereas spades is this symbol. So totally we have 13 cards here. That means 4 plus 13. But here if you see, there is a 10 spade. That is, we should reduce one card from here, because from the 4th set of tens, one is already we have counted in the spades 13. So we should reduce one from here. So that is 13 plus 3, 16. So 16 is the maximum number of times a person can pick from a card deck to get 10 or spades. So for finding this, we should use the following formula that is picking cards by total number of cards. Here, as we found out that the maximum number of times the card we get 10 or spades is 16, and the total number of cards here is 52 cards. So when you solve this, you're able to get 4 by 13. So option A, 4 by 13, which is the right answer. So question number 4 is, a power set is a set that contains an infinite number of elements. It's a superset of all sets being considered. It's a collection of all sets of that set, contains an infinite number of elements. So these are the options given below. Now we need to tell what is meant by power set. So this is a problem from a set language with a basic mathematics. To understand the concept of power set, let us see an example problem. Suppose there is a set which is containing 3 units, which is A, B, C as a quantities of the set. Now I'm going to list out what are all the subsets of A. First, we need to take null set, which is a subset of all the possible sets. Next, we need to write out the individual sets A, B and C. So now single sets are over. Now we need to take the double sets, which is A, B, B, C and C, A. So double sets are over. Now we need to go for the 3 sets, which is A, B, C, which is also a subset of A. So totally these are all the subsets of A. Now the power set of A is 2 power n. Here n is the number of units inside the set. So 2 power 3, which is equal to 2 into 2 into 2, which is equal to 8. So totally we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 quantities as a subset. From this understanding, we can tell that option C, which is the collection of all the subsets of the set, which is the right answer. In a 100-meter race, A covers the distance in 36 seconds and B covers the distance in 45 seconds. In this race, A beats B by how much is the distance? So these are the options given. There is a 100-meter race going on. A completed the race in 36 seconds. B completed the race in 45 seconds. That means A is the winner who completed before B. B also completed, but he completed in the 45th second. What we need to find out is, by the time A is reaching the end of the winning line, where will the B be standing? That is the distance between A and B when the B is crossing the winning line. So it's a very simple problem. We can find the answer for this problem using simple speed formula. Only thing is, we need to visualize the question and get to understand the concept here. Let's take this distance. D is equal to 100 meter, which is the race track, and A is completing the race in 36 seconds and B is standing somewhere here. We don't know the exact measurement. We need to find out the distance between A and B when A is completing the race. First, we need to find out the speed of A. Speed is equal to distance by time. So here the distance is 100. Both are in meter and seconds. No need to do any unit conversion. And time is 36 seconds. So if we simplify this, speed of A is 25 by 9. Next, we need to find out the speed of B, who is the loser. Speed is equal to distance by time. So he is completing the race in 45 seconds. So let us take that because there only we know the time. So the distance is 100 and the time taken for completing that 100 meter is 45. So if we simplify this in 5 tables, speed of B is 20 by 9. Now we know the individual speed of A and individual speed of B. We need to find out the distance B has reached when A has completed the race, that is 36 seconds. So take this scenario here, the time is 36 seconds, that is the spot in which B is standing, that is 36 seconds. We don't know the distance only we need to find. Whereas we know the speed of B. Speed of B is equal to 20 by 9. We need to find out the distance between A and B when A is completing the race. This part we don't know, but we know by the time the B is attaining this part, the time we know 36 seconds. Whereas distance we don't know, that only we need to find out. Whereas speed we know, we already found out. Speed of B is 20 by 9. Using this speed formula, speed is equal to distance by time. So d by d. So we don't know the distance. So d is equal to speed into time. So d is equal to speed 20 by 9 into time 36. T is equal to 80 meters. Here we have found out the distance of this one. That is from the starting point till the B is reaching this point. But the answer which we need to find out is the distance between A and B when A is completing the race. That is this distance we need to find out. As we know, this is a distance of 80. You can directly minus 100 with 80, you will get the value of this one. So 100 minus 80, which will be equal to 20 meters. So option A, 20 meters is the right answer. Question number 6 is, a cube is colored red on all its face. It is cut into 64 smaller cubes of equal size. How many cubes have one red painted faces? A cube is cutted into 64 smaller cubes. That means we know that the volume of the cube formula is length into breadth into height. Same way, if a cube is divided in all the sides, we have to find the cube root of 64 to find out the number of cubes are there in one single side. So the cube root of 64 will be equal to 4. That means each side of the cube is divided into 4 divisions like this. So now they are saying the cube is painted in red color like this. So now after separating these cubes from this bigger cube, they are asking how many cubes will have one-sided painted as a red color. So here if you see, the corner cube will not have one-sided because you can see that the three-sided are painted as in the red color. Also in the edges, if you see, the edge cubes will have two-sided painted. Only thing is the cubes which are in the center of each face, that is these 4 cubes and these 4 cubes and these 4 cubes. So like that in the all the 6 sides, 4 cubes will have only one-sided painted in red color. So that means, as I said here, each face will carry 4 cubes. That means totally 6 sides are there in a cube. 6 into 4, 24 cubes is the right answer. Here totally if you remove this cube, 24 cubes will have only one-sided painted in red color. So answer is 24. So now we will see the 7th question. This problem is based on finding average for a series. So before going into the problem, we'll see what is the formula for the average. So average is, suppose that there is a series given from A1 to A2 up to AN, it may be any n numbers. If you want to find the average for the series, you should add all the digits which are given, which will be in the numerator, and the number of digits will be in the denominator. That is, this is the formula, A1 plus A2 A3 divided by n. So this is the formula. The average of 15 numbers is 18. So there are 15 numbers given in this series. Average for the whole is 18. The average for this is given as 19. The average of last 8 digits is 17. We need to find out what is this number. The first one is global case, that is the average of 15 numbers is 18. That is the first data given here. So from this we can find that sum of all the numbers will be equal to 18 into 15, which will be equal to 270. So now we'll take this first case. Like this we will find out sum of the values of the first 8 digits. So this is the formula for average of first 8 numbers. So A1 plus A2 till A8 divided by 8 is equal to 18. So sum of all the first 8 digits will be equal to 19 into 8, 152. So now we'll do the same for the second series, but before that we'll see, we already know the sum of all the digits will be equal to 270 and the sum of all the first 8 digits will be equal to 152. So if we subtract 152 from 270, we'll get all the sum of the values from A9 to A15, because this pink digits is the first 8 number and as a whole the sum is 270. If we reduce the pink digits from here, we will find all the values of A9 plus A15, 118. So now we need to find out the value for the blue series, that is from A8 to A15. So this will take it as first case, and the second case A8 till A15 is equal to the values given here, that is sum of last 8 digits will be equal to 17. So the average will be last 8 digits, so n will be 8. So 8 to 15, the sum value will be equal to 17 into 8, 136. We know that the sum of all the blue digits, that is the last 8 digits, will be equal to 136, whereas we also know the value of sum of A9 to A15. So if we reduce the sum of blue digits from this value, that is 118, we'll get the value of A8, that is this value. By reducing the A9 to A15 sum from the whole blue number, we'll able to get this 8th digit. So we know the sum of all the last digit is 136, and we need to minus A9 to A15, which is equal to 118. The value will be 18. So the value of A8 is 18. Now we'll see the question number 8. This is a very simple question. Here, if 2, 0 is a solution for a linear equation, then the value of k is. This kind of question, they are testing your basic mathematical understanding. So 2, 0 is a point on a linear equation, that is a line. So if there is a line, and if there is a point on the line with 2, 0 as a coordinate, so it will be a ratio of the linear equation. That is, if you substitute x and y value from this point, it should be equal to the constant k. So we can directly substitute and find the value. So here, since x 2, 0, x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 0, so the given equation is 2x plus 3y is equal to k. So here, instead of x and y, we can substitute this value. X is equal to 2, y is equal to 0. So if you substitute this 0, this will get cancelled. So 2, 2, 4. So k is equal to 4. 4 is the right answer. Question number 9 is, two ships are sailing in the sea on the two sides of the lighthouse. The angle of elevation of the top of the lighthouse is observed from the ships are 30 and 45 degree respectively. If the lighthouse is 100 meter high, what is the distance between the two ships? Here in this question, the answer to be provided in the meters. First, we will try to convert the data given in the question into picture. They are saying that there are two ships that are sailing on either side of a lighthouse. So if you consider this line as a lighthouse, and the height of the lighthouse is given as 100 meter, and this is the top of the lighthouse, and two ships are sailing on either side of the lighthouse. So if these 2 points are the ships, so the respective angle to the top of the lighthouse is given as 30, 45 degree. So we can consider any one of them as 30 and one of them as a 45 degree. Here this angle will take it as 30 degree and this angle will take it as 45 degree. Now we need to find out the distance between the two ships. So we will take this point as A and this point as B and this point as C. We are getting a right angle triangle. So whenever there is a problem that comes with a right angle triangle, we can use Pythagoras theorem to get the answer out of it, or else we can use the value of sin 30 or cos 30 based on the table. We can get the data from that. We will take this point as 0. So now we will consider this triangle ACO. So if you take only this triangle ACO and this is 30 degree and this one is 100 meters, so also the answer has to be provided in the meters. So for this triangle, if we take the value of tan 30, because we know that tan theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side. So we need to find out the space between two ships, that is the distance from A to B. So we need to find out this value. Okay, so for finding this value, we need to take opposite by adjacent, since we know the angle. So tan 30 degree is equal to opposite side, which is 100 by x, that is adjacent side. So tan 30 value is 1 by root 3. 1 by root 3. So 100 by x. So x is equal to 100 root 3 is the value of this one, x. Now we need to take the triangle BCO, which will be like this, and same here it is 100 and the base value will take it as y. So now for this, if we take tan 45 degree, tan 45 value is equal to 1. So tan 45 opposite by adjacent, that is 100 by y. So 45 value will be 1. So y is equal to 100. So here x is equal to 100 root 3 and y is equal to 100. So x plus y, which is equal to 100 root 3 plus 100. Here for the calculation purpose, we will take the value of root 3, which is 1.732. When we multiply that with 100, we will get 173.2 plus 100, which is equal to 273.2 meters. So that is the distance between AB is equal to 273.2 meters. This is the answer. Question number 10 is, a tank is 25 meter long, 12 meter wide and 6 meter deep. All the units are in meter, so no problem of changing the unit. So what is the cost of plastering the wall and bottom if the cost per square meter is 75 per square meter? Answer to be provided in the rupees. So we need to find out the cost of plastering the water tank. So the tank is a cuboid tank here. length is given as 25 meter, wide is given as 12 meter, and height is given as 6 meter. So we need to find out the area of each side to be plastered and then multiply that with the single square feet, that is 75 per square meter. So here if you take, there are 4 sides here, so the base of the water tank has to be plastered. So the base is 12 cross 25 and the smaller sides has to be plastered, so which is 6 cross 12, and we have 2 numbers in this, and this side has to be painted, which is 25 cross 6, and also we have 2 numbers over here. So the area of square is 300, this is 72, and this is 150. So the total area to be plastered is 300 plus 72 plus 72 plus 150 plus 150, which is equal to 744 square meter. So we know that for plastering the single square meter, the cost is rupees 75. So we need to multiply 75 with this total area, we'll get 55,800 rupees is the answer. Question number 11 is, the average distance between the earth and sun is, the given options are astronomical units, light year, parallactic seconds, and mole. So here they have provided some of the unit system which are used for measuring all the astronomical and celestial objects in the space. So inside earth we will be using meters, centimeters for measuring the earth objects, but if you use meters and centimeters in space objects, they are very long, that the zeros will be coming 1000 times, 2000 times and 3000 times. So for making it more convenient, they have come up with a unit for measuring. The distance between earth and sun will be taken as a 1 unit, and other objects will be measured accordingly. Example, if Mars is said to be 5 astronomical units away from the earth, that means it's 5 times the distance between earth and sun. So here, as I already said the answer, the average distance between the earth and sun is called astronomical unit. Its value is approximately equal to 1.5 into 10 power 11 meter. So if Mars is 5 astronomical units away from the sun, that means you need to multiply 5 with this unit, 1.5 into 10 power 11. So here A, astronomical units, is the right answer. Question number 12 is, a 2 watt carbon resistor is color coded with the green, black, red and brown respectively. The maximum current which can be passed through this resistor is, we need to find out. So here the colors are given and we need to find out the resistor value based on this. For doing this, we need to remember a tabular column which has the value for all these colors. So from this tabular column, if you take this one as the first color and this one as second color and this one as third color and this one as fourth color, so based on these strips, we need to take first and second values together and multiply that with the third value. And the fourth value, for this question we can omit, it's just a tolerance. Resistor will be equal to green, here the green value is 5, and black value is 0, and next comes the red, and the red value is 10 power 2 here. So this is the resistor value, but here we need to find out the maximum current that can be passed through the resistor which has this color code. So we need to find out the power here. So the power is equal to I square R. So power is the power passed through the resistor, and I is the maximum current that can be passed, and R is the resistor value we found. So we need I is I max here. So upon simplification we'll get power by R. Power 2 watts can be written as 200 watt, and resistor value we found 50 into 10 power 2. Upon simplification we'll get I square max is equal to 4 into 10 power minus 2. So I max will be equal to 2 into 10 power minus 1. So here we have made a mistake. We took 200 here, but actually it has to be 2 watt. The reason why we added 2 zeros here, for simplification purpose we added 2 0, that is multiplying this with 100. That means the denominator has to also to be multiplied with 100, which will make this as 10 power 4, not 10 power 2. So this all has to be changed to 10 power 4. When the square root is applied over here, this will become 10 power minus 2. So for making this into milliampere, it has to be 10 power minus 3. So what we can do is, we can write it like this, that is 20 into 10 power minus 3. That is, there is a 10 added in the numerator as well as in the denominator. That's why it's added in the negative. So 10 power minus 3 is nothing but a milliampere. So 20 milliampere is the maximum power that can be passed through this carbon resistor. So 20 ampere is the right answer. Question number 13 is an uncharged conductor A is brought near a positively charged conductor B. Then the given options are, so these are the given options. Suppose A is an uncharged conductor and B is a positively charged conductor. When both of them are brought together, the charge on B will remain the same. There will be no change in the charge of B, but the potential of B will get decreased since A, the uncharged conductor, is brought towards B. Here the option B, the charge on B will not change but the potential of B will decrease, is the right answer. Question number 14 is a car traveling at a speed of 30 km per hour is brought to halt in 8 meters by applying the brake. If the same car is traveling at 60 km per hour, in how many meters can it be brought to halt with the same braking? First understand the question. There is a moving car. It is moving at the speed of 30 km per hour. That is, if this is the car, it is moving at a speed of 30 km per hour. At some point the driver is applying brake. We'll keep this point as A and it is getting stopped at the point B. So the car is traveling at this velocity and the final velocity V is equal to 0 here. This is the initial velocity and final velocity for the case here. So from this we'll get some value and we need to use that value in the second case, that is car traveling at the speed of 60 km per hour and the same braking is applied. Here they have given the distance that it is taking 8 meters to bring the car to the halt, that is velocity 0. So here since the speed is more, it should be somewhat more than 8 meter. We need to find out how much distance it takes to make the velocity of the car to 0. This only we need to find out. For this question the formula is V squared is equal to minus 2as. Here A is acceleration. Actually the formula has to be plus if it is acceleration. Since here we are finding the deceleration, this is taken as a negative value. From the question, for the case A, we have data given here are in 30 km and 60 km per hour. But the answer has to be given in the meter. Hence, we need to convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second. For doing that, we need to multiply this value with 5 by 18 so that it will become meter per second. So if we do that, we'll get 25 by 3 meter per second here and 50 by 3 meter per second here. So in the first case, formula here is V squared is equal to U squared minus 2as. So here the value final velocity is 0. So we are going to take V is as 0 and the initial velocity U is the speed in which the car is traveling. So it will be 25 by 3. Okay, so minus 2 into acceleration, that is what we need to find out, and S value will be 8. If we simplify this equation, we will get the value of A as 4.34. Now we will go for the case B where the car is traveling at the speed of 60 km per hour. So now here we are, by applying the same formula, now we have the acceleration here, but we need to find out the distance, S value here. So V squared is equal to U squared minus 2as. So V is equal to 0 here and U squared is equal to 50 by 3 into 50 by 3 since it's squared minus 2 into 4.34 into S. When we simplify this equation, we will get S is equal to 32 meters. So 32 meters is the answer. Question number 15 is, a child has to choose which of the following has A, B, C or D if he has to experience a faster evolution. So look at this picture. So the child is looking for choosing the horse to spin around this merry-go-round. Here they have given option 4 horses. Among them we need to find which horse will have more velocity. So here if you take a circle and if this is the center point, like imagine you are having a rope and you are spinning this, the velocity will be more in the farther end compared to the inner end. So it will be more. If this is even long, this will have more velocity compared to this point. So here if you consider this phenomenon, A horse is inside of the circle and B horse is also inside and D is also a inner horse and C is the outer horse. So compared to A, B, D, C will have more velocity. So option C is the right answer here. Question number 16 is a body of mass 1 kg moving on an horizontal surface with an initial velocity of 8 meter per second comes to rest after 10 seconds. If one wants to keep the body moving on the same surface with the same velocity of 8 meter per second, then what is the force required? Answer to be given in the Newton. Let us consider there is some body that is moving on an horizontal surface. The weight of this body is 1 kg with the initial velocity u is equal to 8 meter per second and comes to rest after 10 seconds, that is final velocity is equal to 0 meter per second. This body going to 0 velocity, that means its speed is getting decelerated in some rate. So if one wants to keep this body keep moving on the same speed of 8 meter per second, then we need to find out the acceleration which has to be given to the body against this deceleration. Here there is two factors which we need to consider. One is external acceleration which we need to give for the body, and the other one is friction between the body and the surface. So let us write the given data from the question. U is equal to 8 meter per second, V is equal to 0 meter per second, time t is equal to 10 seconds. Acceleration we don't know. So we have this data, we can use the formula of Newton, that is V is equal to U plus AT. Substitute the values. After simplifying this, so A is equal to minus 0.8. As I said, the body is actually decelerating, that is why we are getting the answer in minus. The second case is friction between the body and the floor. Frictional force F is equal to mass into acceleration. Here we have the mass, that is 1 kg, and acceleration which we found out here will be minus 0.8. So F cannot be in the minus, so F is equal to 0.8 Newton. So the force required is 0.8 Newton to keep the body moving in the same velocity in 8 meter per second. So 0.8 Newton is the right answer. The question number 17 is oil spreads over the surface of the water because we know that when you pour oil inside the water, the oil will be spreading top surface of the water. So this phenomena they are asking why this is happening. So the given options are oil is denser than water, water is denser than oil has a higher surface tension than water, and oil has less surface tension than water. To explain this phenomena, imagine there is a tumbler and you are pouring water till the edge of the vessel. So even after the entire capacity of the vessel is taken, if you add some more amount of water drop by drop, water will actually look like this on the top. So this is happening because of the surface tension in the water. That is, every atoms at the edge of this water will be pulling and getting attached to the nearby atoms. So the edge will be like a rounded edge. So this is called surface tension inside the water. So surface tension is higher for water, whereas for oil the surface tension is less. So that is the reason oil is spreading over the surface of the water. So here option D, oil has less surface tension than water, is the right answer. Question number 18 is, if sum of interior angles of a regular polygon is 540 degree, find the name of the polygon. So here we know that polygons are nothing but shapes, that is triangle, square, this is 3-sided, this is 4-sided, and the pentagon is 5-sided, and it goes on hexagon, heptagon, octagon. So every polygon will have an interior angle. So there is a formula for finding the sum of all the angles, whereas if we take triangle, the sum of all the angles of a triangle will be equal to 180 degree, whereas here in the square 90, 90, 90, so it will come around 360 degree. So this angle differs for each polygon, and that is a common formula for finding the sum of the interior angles of a polygon, in which this triangle will not fall under. So the formula for finding the sum of interior angles of a polygon is given as 540 degree, and formula for finding the sum of interior angle is n minus 2 into 180. So when we equate this with the 540 degree, so 180 will go this side. From this formula we can find out the value of n. So n will be equal to 540 divided by 180. So if we cancel this, n is equal to 5. So n here represents the number of sides of a polygon. So if n is equal to 5, the polygon will be a pentagon, that is 5-sided polygon. Here the given options are quadrilateral, pentagon, hexagon. So option B, pentagon, is the right answer. Question number 19 is, all cross sections of the sphere are, for this I'll show you a 3D which will give you a better understanding. So consider this is a sphere and this is a plane. Now we are going to cut this sphere using this plane. So when I bring this plane down the sphere, look at the right side. So here this view is in perspective. so it looks like a ellipse, but when you look at this shape from the top view, it will look like a circle. In the middle it will have a largest of the diameter, and again when you go down it will become smaller towards the edge. So this is not only for horizontal plane, even if you tilt the plane, the cross section will be remaining the same as circle. Also if you turn the sphere also, nothing happens to this cross section. So wherever you cut the sphere using plane, the cross section will remains the circle. Here the given options are circle, ellipse, semicircle, parabola. So the right answer is option A, circle. Question number 20. Diagonal of a cuboid is given by which one of the following formulas? These are the given formulas. First of all, we will see what is meant by diagonal of a cuboid. So consider this as a cuboid. We know that the cuboid contains 6 sides. Each sides will be either square or a rectangle. So for a rectangle, if you connect these 2 points, this is called diagonal. So if you consider only this shape, so this is a right angle triangle which has 90 degree over here. That means for finding the length of this diagonal, we can use the Pythagoras theorem. This is the hypotenuse side of right angle triangle, and if you consider this, you take this one as B and this one as L, this will be equal to suppose if you take this as x, so according to Pythagoras theorem, x squared is equal to L squared plus B squared. X will be equal to square root of L squared plus B squared. We found the length of this diagonal. Suppose for a cuboid is a 3D solid, so suppose we are connecting this point H and B which is inclined inside the cuboid. So this also forms a right angle triangle with a 90 degree. Now we will consider this bigger right angle triangle inclined inside the cuboid. So in the bottom we know that this is L squared plus B squared, we found out in the previous sum, and the height of the cuboid will be considered as h. What will be the length of this line? Same like Pythagoras theorem, if we take this as y is equal to, it should be a square, sum of the squares of the other two sides, opposite and adjacent. So h squared plus, if we square this one, the square root will get cancelled, that is L squared plus B squared. So y squared is equal to h squared L squared B squared. So y will be equal to L squared B squared plus h squared square root. So from the given options here, option C, square root of L squared plus B squared plus h squared is the right answer. Question number 21 is the length of common chord of two intersecting circles is 24. So if the diameter of the circles are 30 cm and 26 cm, then the distance between the center is, we need to give the answer in centimeter. So the first data which is given here is two circles are getting intersected just like this. And also next one, there is a common chord for the two circles. So common chord means after the intersection, these 2 points, which creates as a common chord for both the circle. Hope you know what is meant by chord. Chord is a line which is touching the circle in the 2 point, and tangent is a line which is touching the circle in 1 point. So here they have mentioned a chord. So this chord will be the common chord for both the circles. And the data of the diameter of the two circles are given. The bigger circle is 30 cm. So here the diameter is 30 cm, then the radius will be 15 cm. So here we can consider this as the radius of the circle, which is 15 cm. So also the smallest circle, it is given as 26 cm. That means this will be half that is 13 cm. So, and the length of the chord is given as 24, but here we need only half of it, because when we connect this with the center, it will divide the chord into two equal half, that creates 12 cm in the middle. So from this we know that OPR and PRS are right angled triangle. Now by using the Pythagoras theorem, we know that square of hypotenuse squared is equal to sum of the squares of adjacent side by opposite. So by applying that method, we'll get this, will consider as A and this we will consider as B. For A, with this triangle 13 square equal to 12 square, and OR we will take it as x plus x squared. Here x squared is equal to 25 and x will be equal to 5. That is length of OR will be 5. Now we will consider the case B. Here hypotenuse squared, that is 15 squared, is equal to adjacent side, that is 12 squared, plus the RS base RS squared. So we will consider this as y here. So y squared. By simplifying this, we'll get y squared is equal to 81 and y will be equal to 9. That is x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 9. So distance between the center OS will be equal to 5 plus 9, which will be equal to 14. So 14 centimeter is the right answer. The given options are 15, 16, 13 and the option D 14 is the right answer. Question number 22 is, in a class of 100 students, 55 students have passed in the mathematics and 67 students have passed in physics. Then how many students have passed in physics only? So we'll make a diagram for this question. In a class of 100 students, 55 students have passed in maths and 67 students have passed in physics, and the total class strength altogether is 100. Now we need to find out how many students have passed only in physics. If we take this as A and this as B, A union B, that is the total strength of the class is 100. So N of A union B is 100, N of A which is mathematics is 55 and N of B which is physics is 67. The formula for finding solution for this is N of A union B is equal to N of A plus N of B minus N of A intersection B. Here we know these three data, but we don't know who all passed in both physics and maths. That is N of A intersection B. So that we can find out using this formula. So here 100 is equal to 55 plus 67 minus N of A intersection B. So after simplification we will get N of A intersection B is equal to 22. That is, number of students who have passed in both the exams is 22. So now we know that who all passed in both the exams. So for finding how many students have passed only in physics, that is in the 67, we have to subtract all the students who have passed in both the exams. That is, for 67 minus 22 will give the answer, which is equal to 45. So 45 is the right answer. Question number 23 is, a regular octahedron has 12 edges. How many vertex does it have? Here they have given the shape name, but this image was not given. I added it. So you should know what is meant by octahedron. So whenever there is a shape named hedron, hedron represents the side, octa represents the number of sides. If it is given as tetrahedron, tetra means 4 and hedron means sides, that is 4-sided solid. Tetrahedron means 4-sided solid, octahedron means 8-sided solid. If you count the number of surfaces, we have 4 sides in the top and 4 on the bottom. So this is the octahedron. So here they have given it has 12 edges, so you can count it. Here in the top we have 4 edges and in the bottom we have 4 edges and also in the middle we have 4 edges. So totally 12 edges, and we are asked to how many vertex does it have. Vertex means this point. So we totally have 1 on the top and 1 at the bottom, and we have 4 in the sides. So totally we have 6 vertices. So answer is 6. Question number 24 is, sum of the measures of the angle of regular polygon is 2160 degree. How many sides does the polygon has? Here they have mentioned as polygon. Polygon are the 2D shapes with n number of sides. So here this is triangle, this is three-sided shape, and square is a 4-sided shape, pentagon is a 5-sided shape. So it goes on, hexagon, heptagon, octagon. So here n represents the number of sides, and each of these shape will have a angle. For example, in an equilateral triangle, each angle will be 60 degree, and for any triangle, the sum of the angles of the triangle will be equal to 180 degree. Whereas for the square, each corner will be 90 degrees since they are perpendicular. So sum of 490s is 360 degree. So same way we have for pentagon, octagon, hexagon. So here in this question we were given with sum of the angles of the regular polygon, but we don't know what shape is this, whether it's octagon, hexagon or heptagon. So here they are given the sum of the angles is equal to 2160. So there is a formula for finding this, n minus 2 into 180 degree. So here n represents the number of sides of the shape. Here the sum of the angle of a polygon we are given with 2160, and we need to find out the n from here. So n minus 2 into 180 degree we can take it here. So after simplification we will get 12 is equal to n minus 2. So n is equal to minus 2 will go here and become 14. So the number of sides of the polygon is 14. 14 is the right answer. Question number 25 is, find the area of the square, one of whose diagonal is 9.2 meter long. Provide the answer to second decimal in square meter. Here the data is given in meters, so no need of any conversion. We need to provide the answer in square meter. square. So the diagonal of a square's length is given here. So we'll take a square. In this square, the length of the diagonal 9.2 meter is given here. If A is the side of the square, all the sides are equal for a square. So the diagonal of a square formula is square root of A. Here we are given with the length of the diagonal, that is 9.2 meter. We can equate it here and find the side length, that is A, one of the sides length. So it will be equal to 9.2 divided by root 2. If one side is 9.2 divided by root 2, area of the square formula is A square. So upon squaring this, we'll get 9.2 into 9.2 divided by 2. For simplification, we'll cancel this as 4.6. So on multiplying 9.2 with 4.6, you will get 42.32 meters square. So here we are asked to provide the answer in 2 decimal place in square meter. So 42.32 meter squared is the right answer. Question number 26 is choose the misspelled word among the following. The given 4 options are brief, dean, design, foreign. Brief is correctly spelled. Dean, it may be misspelled for design. So there are possibility that dean is also a separate word and it will have some other meaning. So I will also look at the other option. Resign is a correctly spelled word, whereas if you take foreign, so E and I are interchanged. The correct spelling for foreign is F-O-R-E-I-G-N. So foreign is the misspelled word here. So option D is the right answer. Question number 27 is, out of the 4 alternatives, choose one which is best expresses the meaning of word predilection. The given options are favor, insistence, preference, whim. The synonym of predilection is preference. So option C is the right answer. Question number 28 is, choose from the following the correct synonym of the given word triumphantly. So the given options are sorrowfully, gloriously, secretly, exceptionally. Out of this, gloriously is the synonym of triumphantly. Option B is the right answer. Question number 29 is, choose from the following the correct antonym of the given word ample. Given options are meager, sufficient, adequate, copious. So ample means sufficient is the synonym. So the meaning of meager is that is less sufficient, so which will be the antonym of ample. So option A, meager, is the right answer. Question number 30 is, choose the correct word that best fits in the blank. Roma did not stay for us dash days as she intended. The given options are more, much, few, many. Option D, as many days, is the apt answer. Question number 31 is a comprehensive type question. We need to read this paragraph and understand the meaning, and there will be 4 questions provided based on the paragraph. Here we'll read out this paragraph. After a week, Mohatmim arrived. The police didn't divulge the disgrace they faced, but they recorded that Pantlu has instigated the villagers to revolt by trying to run a parallel government. So they also mentioned that if army was not sent, the great danger was looming at large. So Mohatmim summoned the farmers and inquired about them about this incident. So now we'll look at the question, what did the police hide from? The options are the disgrace the police faced, about the nature of the tree, the great danger at large, and the army has been sent. In the first line itself, here it's mentioned the police didn't divulge the disgrace they faced. Divulge is something we are hiding. The hiding from Mohatmim is the disgrace faced by the police. Option A is the right answer. The 32nd question is, what did the police charge Pantlu? Spreading rumors, summoning the farmers, stopping the army, instigating a revolt. So among the 4 options, we know that the charge that is placed on Pantlu is instigating the villagers to revolt to run a parallel government. Option D is the right answer. Question number 33 is, what is the synonym of the word summoned in the paragraph? So it is in the last line, Mohatmim summoned the farmer. So here among the options, called for, dismissed, activated, divulged. So summoning is nothing but calling someone. A is the right answer. Question number 34 is, name the part of the speech of the word divulged. Options are adverb, verb, adjective, conjugation. It is there in the first line. Divulge is the verb. So here option B is the right answer. Question number 35 is also a comprehensive question. A paragraph is provided and there will be 4 questions coming up after this. Now I'll read out the paragraph. Dogs and cats should never be permitted to eat chocolate because chocolate works like a poison in their bodies. Chocolate contains a chemical compound called theobromine, which is similar to caffeine. Human body is able to process the theobromine without any ill side effects, but dogs and cats cannot. Different types of chocolate contain different amount of theobromine. It would take 20 ounces of milk chocolate to kill 20-pound dog, but only 2 ounces of baker's chocolate or 6 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate. The amount, of course, are much smaller for a cat whose body weight is typically less than that of a dog. Most cats are not naturally attracted to eating chocolate, but many dogs are. Dogs by nature will sample nearly anything that they see their masters eating. So pet owners just take care of keep all the chocolate products well out of reach of the dogs and cats. So now we'll go for the question. According to the passage, why is the chocolate poisonous to dogs and cats? It contains caffeine. Wrong answer. Chocolate is made from a processed cocoa. It's not mentioned in paragraph. They are similar to caffeine. Chocolate contains a chemical called theobromine, which is similar to caffeine. So they are not telling that caffeine is affecting the pet's body. Only theobromine is the reason. This is also wrong. So the answer, they cannot process theobromine, is the right answer. Now the 36th question is, how much milk chocolate would be poisonous to a cat according to the passage? So substantially less than 20 ounce, substantially more than 20 ounce, approximately 1 pound, 20 ounce. So nowhere they mentioned the unit, approximately nowhere it is also mentioned, and here they said so substantially it is lesser than for the cat. So that means substantially it's less than 20 ounce. Option A is the right answer. Why might dog eat chocolate according to the passage? Because it tastes good. Dogs won't eat chocolate. They can smell bromine. Dogs like to imitate their owners. So it's mentioned here. Dogs are naturally will sample nearly anything that their masters be eating. So masters is owners. So this line is the answer for this. So dogs likes to imitate their owners. So question number 38 is, what's best summarizes paragraph? So among this option we should choose a title for this paragraph. Look before you leave. Not at all relevant. Pet foods for pets, people fit for people. So this might be a right answer. Monkey see, monkey do, not relevant. A penny saved is a penny earned, not relevant. So option 2, pet foods for pet, people food for people, is the apt line that summarizes this paragraph. Question number 39 is comprehensive question. We need to read this paragraph and there will be 4 questions based on this paragraph. Nature writing is non-fictitious or fictitious prose or poetry about the natural environment. Nature writing encompasses a wide variety of works ranging from those that place primary emphasis on natural history facts such as field guide to those in which philosophical interruption and predominate. It includes natural history essay, poetry, essay of solitude or escape, as well as travel and adventure writing. Nature writing often draws heavily a scientific information and fact about the natural world. At the same time, it is frequently written in the first person and incorporates personal observation of the philosophical reflection upon the nature. Modern nature writing traces its roots to work of the natural history that were popular in the second half of the 18th century and throughout the 19th. Importantly, early figure was the Persian naturalist Gilbert White, 1720 to 1793, his lifespan, a pioneer English naturalist and ornithologist. He is best known for his natural history and Antiques of Selborne, 1789. Based on the passage, what is the period of which the modern nature writing can be traced? Here in this line, modern nature writing traces its roots to work on the natural history that were popular in the second half of the 18th century and throughout the 19th century. 18th century means it is from the start of 1700 till 1800. So here they have given us second half of the 18th century. After 1750 is the second half, and also mentioned us throughout the 19th century. 19th century will be from 1800 to 1899. So this is the 19th century and this is 18th century. So as mentioned, it is in the second half of the 18th century and throughout the 19th century. That means the year has to be from 1752 till 1899. The option C is the right answer. Which word most aptly describes the word reflection as used in the passage? To understand how the word reflection is used, we need to read the entire line. From here we will start. At the same time, it is frequently written in the first person and incorporates personal observation of and philosophical reflections upon the nature. The synonyms for reflection, which is the way used here, is option B, thoughts, is the right answer. Which statement most aptly summarizes the passage? The paragraph talks about the life and spun of Gilbert White and profound no. The passage talks how nature writing is missing in the modern era and needs to be read. No. Passage talks from where the writer draws the inspiration for the nature writing and the importance of division. Maybe, but passage talks about nature writing is the different types, styles, nature writing, its roots and in pioneer in the modern writing. This one is the most apt compared to the third one. So option D is the right answer. Nature writing emphasizes on which of the following? Historical, philosophical and scientific, natural environment, ornithology, nature. Not only this, it also emphasizes many other things. So these three options are wrong. Historical, philosophical and scientific information, option A is the right answer. Question number 43 is a comprehensive type question. I have a dream in a public speech delivered by the American civil rights activist Martin Luther King Jr. during the March on Washington for the Job and Freedom on August 28, 1963, in which he calls for an end to racism in the United States and called the civil and economical right. Delivered to over 250,000 civil rights supporters from the steps of Lincoln Memorial in Washington DC, the speech was defined moment to the civil rights of the movement, beginning with a reference to Emancipation Proclamation, which freed millions of slaves in 1863. King observes that 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. Toward the end of the speech, King departed from his prepared text for a partly improvised proportion on the theme. I have a dream, prompted by Mahalia Jackson cry. Tell them about the dream, Martin. In this part of speech, which most excited the listeners and has now become most famous, King described his dream of freedom and equality arising from a land of slavery and hatred. John McCam writes that with a single phrase, Martin Luther King Jr. joined Jefferson and Lincoln in the rank of men who have shaped modern America. The speech was ranked the top America speech of the 20th century in 1999 pool of scholars of public address. So now comes the question, what issue does Martin Luther King public speech most aptly addresses? A. End of slavery and hatred, end of racism and call for civil and economical rights, job and freedom for the Negro, a modern America. Here you can see in which he calls for end of racism in United States and called the civil and economical rights. So option B is end of racism and call for civil and economical rights. The right answer. The question is, what pushes King to speak? I have a dream. He dreams out of Emancipation Proclamation. He is overwhelmed by the crowd. He is inspired by Jefferson and Lincoln. He is prompted by Mahalia Jackson. So here in this line, I have a dream, prompted by Mahalia Jackson. So option D, that only pushes the kings to speak, I have a dream. So option D is the right answer. From the second paragraph, pick one word which means to leave. So here in this paragraph, you can see that departed is the word that means to leave. So option A is the right answer. The speech have a dream was with reference to which of the following? So beginning with the reference of Emancipation Proclamation. So this is the reference he used during the speech. Option D, Emancipation Proclamation is the right answer. Question number 47. Agriculture was the key development in the rise of sedentary human civilization. It took about 3 lakh years to learn agriculture. It was the beginning of new civilization. Water was the main source of agriculture. Man began to domesticate some animals and create vast pastures for them to feed. The dog looked after the sheep. The sheep provided meat and skin for winter wear. Goat provided milk. Oxen helped him in the agriculture work. He extended his domestic and social activities. He constructed house for safety. Settled life led him to a variety of profitable activities. Twigs were used for making baskets. Clay baskets were used for storing grains. There was no desperate struggle against nature. Humanity was evolving with a new direction. The discovery of wheel along with cattle power helped him in extended profitable activities. Bazaars were created. They gradually become a celebration and for exchanging goods. Settled agriculture brought peace to humanity. Now the question is, what took early man 3 lakh years to learn? So in the first line itself, it is clearly mentioned that 3 lakh years to learn agriculture. So agriculture is nothing but how to grow crops. So option C is the right answer. Discovery of wheel helped him to what extent and what? Agriculture activity, profitable social activity and domestic activity. So here in this line, the wheel along with cattle power helped him to extend profitable activity. So option B is the right answer. So what does the word desperate in the passage means? So here in this paragraph there was no desperate, so the word is given here. There was no desperate struggle against nature. Here the word desperate refers to done with no success or hope, no. And things we don't try also no. Unruffled is also no. At the end of your truth is apt answer. Option C is the right answer. Question number 50 is availability of water help to make which of the following? Progress in nature, progress in life, progress in transportation, progress in agriculture. So here in this line it's mentioned that water was the main source of agriculture. So progress in agriculture, option D is the right answer. Question number 51 is what is the purpose of cow catcher? So here the purpose are listed out and the image of cow catcher is shown. So cow catcher is nothing but this grilled type pit. Usually this will be provided in a large mass area projects like institutions or companies or industries where they want to restrict the entry of animals as well as during the rainfall to drain the water. So this is provided in front of the gate where is the main entrance or sub entrance. So here among these two options are correct. So let's see the options. Restrict the entry of only cows. So not only cows, it also restricts the entry of other animals like goats, dogs, etc. So this is not apt answer. So second one, restrict the entry of animals is the right answer, and act as a water drain is the right answer. It's not for aesthetical purpose, so this is the wrong answer. So R and S are the right answer. If you look at the option C, both R and S is the right answer. Question number 53 is the truss shown in the given images. So there is an image shown here. This is a truss structure. So first of all you need to understand what is meant by truss structure. Truss is nothing but support created using slender materials like steel, wood. So the best example for a truss structure is Eiffel Tower of Paris and the Howrah Bridge of Calcutta. Both are truss structure made out of steel. Here this is a pitched roof made support with these wooden structures like beams and ridges. So they are asking the truss shown in the given images and the given options are queen post truss, bowstring truss, king post truss and Warren truss. So in this image you can see that the difference between king post and queen post. King post is a pitched roof structure in which the center is a supporter like this, whereas the queen post looks like a rectangle. So now we'll go back to the question. So from the given options we know that this is a queen post, option A, because for king post the structure has to be supported like this in this corner, but here since it is in rectangle shape, so it's a queen post. So option A is the right answer. Question number 54 is which of the following brittle materials have high seismic resistance and flexibility to the nail joints? So the given options are stray, bale, bamboo, timber and plywood. So the building material which has high seismic resistance, that means it should be resistant against shakes like earthquake, etc. And flexibility to the nail joints. When a nail is hammered on the material, it has to be flexible for that. The material which is with both the properties are straw bale, bamboo, timber, plywood. Among them, timber is the very great material for both seismic resistance and flexibility of nail joint. So option C is the right answer. Question number 55 is choose the correct options of the height of the kitchen counter. The given options are 900, 750 mm, 1.2 mm, 900 centimeter. So if you look at this diagram carefully, there are some dimensions that are indicated here, but we are asked to find out this dimension, that is the height of the kitchen counter. By having these other units, we need to minus or plus any things to get the height of this kitchen top. Here the options are given in meter, mm and centimeter, but here it is given in the meter. So first we will try to find the answer for this. The height of this cupboard from the base level is 1.30 meter. So now if we reduce this gap from this whole height, we will get the height of this countertop. So here the unit given is 0.40 meter. So when we reduce this, we'll get 0.90 meter, which is the height of the countertop. But here the options are given in meter and centimeter, but these will not be right answer. We need to convert this unit into mm. So for converting meter into mm, first we need to multiply with 100 for converting it to centimeter, and from centimeter to mm we need to multiply with 10, so that we'll get the answer as in mm. So that means we need to multiply 0.9 into 3 zeros 1000. There is a dot in one digit, so when you multiply multiply this 1000 with 9, you will get 900 mm. So option A, 900 mm is the right answer. Question number 56 is, which country topped in the 2022 EPI, that is Environmental Performance Index, for 180 countries? So the given options are Netherlands, Finland, New Zealand and Denmark. The answer for this question is, in 2022 most rated economical performance index is Denmark. Option D is the right answer. Question number 57 is, in which category did the Elephant Whisperers win the Academic Award Oscars in 2023? So the best documentary short film, best documentary feature, best international feature film, best cinematography. So option A, the best documentary short film, is the right answer. Question number 58 is, which country has unveiled a supercomputer named Simorgh? The given options are Russia, Iran, USA and China. So if you look at this image, this is the Iranian supercomputer that was launched recently named Simorgh. A Simorgh supercomputer unveiled at Amritsar University of Technology. So it's a Iranian university and they launched this supercomputer. So option B, Iran, is the right answer. Question number 59 is, which newspaper was the first newspaper of British Government of India? Not British, it's British Government of India. So the given options are Deccan Herald, Ajmer Ujjwal, Times of India, Bengal Gazette. So if you look at this, what is the India's first newspaper says about the democracy? Hikki Bengal Gazette. This is the original first British India ruled newspaper that was launched. So option D, Bengal Gazette, is the right answer. Question number 60 is, to which indigenous tribe does this traditional costume belongs to? So here the given options are Bayag Madhya Pradesh, Tuda Nilgiris, Coorg Karnataka, Nais tribe Arunachal Pradesh. So Baiga Madhya Pradesh is the right answer. This is the traditional costume. Question number 61 is, when was the National Flood Commission formed in India? Given options are 1976, 2007, 1988, 2015. So if you look at this National Flood Commission, Rashtriya Barg Ayoga is a National Flood Commission set up by Ministry of Agriculture and Irrigation in the year 1976. So option A, 1976, is the right answer. Question number 62 is, which of the following gases not known as greenhouse gases? Given options are methane, nitrous oxide, hydrogen, carbon dioxide. To answer this question, we should know which all gases are greenhouse gases. The list of greenhouse gases are carbon dioxide, methane, CFC, ozone and nitrous oxide. So from the given option, we know that methane, nitrous oxide and carbon dioxide are the part of greenhouse gases, whereas hydrogen, which is not a greenhouse gases, is the right answer. Question number 63 is, which of the following comes next in the sequence? So just look at the sequence and find the relationship in which this sequence is forming. If you take any one of the shape, you will be able to find the order. For example, if you take this truncated circle, so it's going down and it is taking a clockwise direction of rotation. Here the circle has to be somewhere in this side. So if you filter these options, these two are wrong option because the circle is not in the position which I showed. So then if you look at these two options, the main difference is this small triangle. So we can only look at what is happening with the triangle and we can find the answer. So here you can see the triangle is actually sitting on the shape. Here also it is sitting on the shape and it is taking two times sitting on the same direction. So now it's taking this area and this one. In all the cases, take the triangle is sitting on the top, next it is going to the lap of that shape. So two times it is sitting on the lap, again it is going to the top of the shape, again it is coming to the lap. That means it has to again go for the lap of this shape. So here option C, which is matching with our sketch, is the right. Question number 64 is, it's an image based aptitude. What replaces the question mark? Here image is given and there is a part of that image is made as a question mark and we need to find out which of the following options will best fit into this space. So if you look at this image is a symmetrical image which is a mirror image in horizontal. If you take this as axis, so it's an exact mirror image. In the top, if you have a triangle like this, in the bottom you should have a triangle like this. If you match this with the option D is the right answer. Question number 65 is finding the series question. Which of the following comes next to the sequence? So that is a sequence given here and it is having some relationship between each of the image. So we need to find out what is the relationship and find out which of the following option will be best fitting into this question mark. So here if you take this one, look at this image and try to animate it from your brains. This square is getting a dark shade, and the dark shade is getting filled in the bigger square, and again these lines are going 45 degree every turn. So now it's 90 degree, it's taking a 45 degree angle, and then again, so in the here it has to come like this, and then this green, here you can see that the black is getting filled up in the whole big square. So here the green has to take up the full square, so there will be a square here and the green has to take it fully. So if you compare this with the options, option A is the right answer. Question number 66 is 5 people were eating apples. So there are 5 members are here. Arun finished before Bono, so we'll write the order. So Arun is the one who finished before Banu but behind Chetan. That means Arun finished before Banu but behind Chetan. So Chetan is standing in front of Arun. So Arun is in the middle. Dinesh finished before Ellen. So also they are saying that Dinesh finished before Ellen but behind Banu. That means Banu will come like this. So this is the series that is happening here. So if you compare this with the option Chetan, Arun, Banu, Dinesh, Ellen. So option C is the right answer. Question number 67 is, a clock loses 6 minutes for every hour it works, which is set right at 8 am. What will be the actual time when the clock shows 12 noon after 3 days? So the given options are 2 pm, 4 pm, 6 pm and 4 am. So for this we'll look at the proper clock. A clock is losing 3 minutes every hour it works, which is set at 8 am. So it is right time at 8 am. So what will be the actual time after 3 days? Before getting into 3 days, we will count down how many hours are there from 8 to 12. So 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour and 4 hour before the clock reaches the 12 pm. So it is given that there is after 3 days we need to find out. So 3 days means 3 into 24, that is 72 hours. So total number of hours are 72 plus 4, which will be equal to 76 hours. We need to convert this to minutes so that we can reduce the 3 minutes from that. If for every hour it is losing 3 minutes, that means in the 76 we just have to multiply this with the 3 and the coming answer will be the number of minutes it has lost in 76 hours. So totally the clock has lost 228 minutes in the 72 hours. That means we need to tell what will be the actual time when the clock shows 12 noon after 3 days. So the actual time will be the minus of 12 pm minus 228 hours. So for converting 228 minutes into hours, we can divide it using 60 because every hour consists of 60 minutes. So the remainder is 48. That means we need to reduce 3 hours 48 minutes from 12 pm. So we have reduced 3 hours now. Next 48 minutes in the reverse order. So we'll get, so the actual time of the clock is 8 hours 12 minutes is the right answer. But for us, the given option doesn't have 8 hours 48 minutes. So the question itself is a wrong question. Whoever attempts such a question will get mark even if you give any one of the options. So the right answer is 8 hours 12 minutes. Question number 68 is, choose the most appropriate principle which can commonly observed in the given image. So it's a design principle based question. So you'll have to answer at least 4 among the right answers from the options. Here the given options are balance, distortion, overlap, repetition, depth, asymmetry, contour, pattern. Option D, repetition is there because these lines are getting repeated. Also depth is there. You can see that this looks like levels. There is a clearly seen levels from the 2D image. Option D, repetition is there because the lines are getting repeated. Option E, depth is there because we can see that there is a change in levels of the surface. Option G, contour is there. Contour is nothing but change in height of a plane surface. Option B, distortion is there, Answering this type of question, you should understand all the meaning of the given design principles. For understanding the design principles, you can definitely enroll for NAM classes online class. So we'll teach everything required for JE paper 2 on NATA. Option B, D, E, F, G, H are the right answers. So among these answers, at least 4 you need to find in the exam. So these are the right answer. Question number 69 is choose most appropriate design principles attributes that are not suitable for the given composition. So not is mentioned in the capital letter. Sometimes you will forget that and choose all the appropriate principle, but here we need to find out which are all the principles are not part of this image. So the given options are pattern, dynamism, symmetry, contrast, fluidity, distortion, repetition, translucent. You should understand all those meaning and also appropriate concept of the following design principles. For doing that, we'll be teaching you all these principles in class with the sample images for each and every design principles listed here. We have around 200 plus design principles. All the questions will be only based on those principles. Symmetry is not part of the design principle. Fluidity is also not part of the design principle because everything is straight and sharp. So fluidity means it should be somewhat curved in shape. There is no distortion happening here. And translucent because everything is in solid color, so translucent is also not part of the design principle. So the right answer is C, E, F, H. Question number 70 is, it's a design principle based MCQ type question. Choose any 4 most appropriate principles or elements of design which can commonly observed in the given image. So all the answers has to be correct. So the given options are volumetric, linearity, static, stable, complementary color scheme, ascending, imbalance and dynamic. Option A, volumetric is part of this principle because everything is a geometrical shape of 3D which has a volume. So option C, static, we can see that everything is placed in a static manner. And option D, stable, you can see everything is placed under the stable, visually stable picture. Option F, ascending is also part of this design principle in this image because you can see that it is in a ascending order. So option A, C, D, F is the right answer. Question number 71 is Rashtrapati Bhavan Garden recently named as Amit Udyan belongs to which genre of traditional gardens? So in India, one of the famous gardens is Mughal garden. Here the given options are Persian, colonial and French garden. We should understand what is meant by Mughal garden and we'll see whether Amit Udyan is part of that. If you look at the Wikipedia page of Mughal garden is a type of garden built by Mughals. This style was influenced by Persian garden, but it is not the actual Persian garden. Particularly the charbagh structure. Charbagh structure is nothing but the garden will be separated into 4 squares, whereas since it has 4 segmentation, in Hindi char means 4, bagh means garden. So that is the reason it got its name as charbagh. So these are the famous Mughal gardens that are located in India. So among this option in Delhi, if you see, Amit Udyan is a Mughal garden. So option A, Mughal garden is the right answer. Question number 72 is, the given image of the building may be referred as. Options are vernacular design, chaotic design, pop art design and parametric design. So the answer for the question is parametric design, but you need to understand what is meant by parametric design. So here I'll show you some of the example images for the parametric design. So it basically looks like a Fibonacci series. So slight change and repetitive of patterns and lines is known as parametric design. So here in this given option, this you can see it's a parametric design managing a shape to repeat in different orientation and angles. So option D, parametric design is the right answer. Question number 73 is, the given image depicts the columns of famous Sagrada Familia Cathedral designed by Antonio Gaudi. From which of the following these columns draw inspiration from? The given options are Egyptian hypostyle hall, forest of trees, classical order, bamboo clump. This is a blog about the Sagrada Familia and its column. Here it is clearly mentioned that the main argument Gaudi came up with creating tree-like columns with the branches spreading out the center of gravity of each part of the wall are based on the structural mechanism. Gaudi took advantage of the shape in the architecture which ends up taking on the appearance of lush forest. So the inspiration is created from the forest trees. Hence the right answer is option B, forest of trees. Question number 74 is, IIM Ahmedabad is an example of dash type of construction. So this is a design by famous Louis icon, and B.V. Doshi was also part of this project in his early age. So the given options are load bearing frame structure pneumatic structure and retaining structure. Structure doesn't have a column, so if it has a column and beam, we can refer it as a frame structure, but it is entirely built completely out of the brick. So this is a load bearing structure where the load directly transfers on the walls. Hence the option A, load bearing, is the right answer. Question number 75 is, what is the missing pillar of sustainability? The given options are culture, governments, politics, environment. If you have ever get to see the sustainability in Wikipedia, you can see the image here. So environment, economy and social, when these three are equally cohesive, it forms the sustainability. Hence the answer is option D, environment. Question number 76 is, identify the traditional household product. The given options are ink bottle, musical instrument, betel nut cracker, cloth hanger. If you look at this is a R-shaped betel nut cracker. So the answer for that question is option C, betel nut cracker. Question number 77 is, an image of a flag is given and we need to find out which country's flag it is. So given options are Netherlands, Nepal, Russia and Australia. So option C, Russia, is the correct answer. This flag belongs to Russia. Question number 78 is, a logo of national and international conservation body in India is inspired by the metal figures shown below. Identify the organization. The given options are ICOMOS, INTAC, ICAR, IISC. So this is the website of INTAC. Full form is Indian National Trust and Cultural Heritage. So here you can see the logo, which is similar to the metal logos shown here. So the right answer is option B, INTAC. Question number 79 is, we need to identify this given logo. Given options are Japan Design Foundation, Political Party in India, Oil and National Gas Commission, Olympic 2024. So here you can see this is the logo of Olympic 2024, which is going to happen in Paris. So the answer for this question is option D, 2024 Olympics. Question number 8 is, identify the historical monument. Here the grayscale of this monument is given. Options are Alai Darwaza, Teen Darwaza, Rumi Darwaza and Buland Darwaza. So just look at this image carefully. So here you can see this is Buland Darwaza, the entry gateway of Fatehpur Sikri, a city in Gujarat, and this is the picture of Buland Darwaza. So the answer for this question is option D, Buland Darwaza. Question number 81 is, identify the correct front view for the given 3D volume as indicated by the arrow direction from the option given below. So the 3D isometric view of a solid is given and we need to find out the elevation from this direction. First of all, before approaching this question, I would like to draw the elevation by seeing this 3D figure. So the base of the solid look like this, and these levels are even because when you extend this line, it matches with this line. And next comes this ramp whose edge is aligned toward this line. So it starts from here and goes till this line and then make a horizontal line. This is how this ramp looks like in the elevation. This one is the most elevate one. So this covers this space here. So that means it has to go till here like this. And next comes this one, which will be half the way here. And next comes this one, half the way here. And next, this will not be seen from the elevation. So we'll try to match this with the given option. First of all, we need to find out the wrong option. If you look at these two things, the difference is there is a line over here, so they are trying to show these backside edges, I guess. So this is the wrong option because the ramp is missing. Here the ramp is there, so from this direction I think there will be no lines in this surface, but the problem is there is a vertical line missing here, whereas here there is a vertical line. So option C is also wrong option. The answer has to be between these two. So this question itself is wrong, so the answer gives bonus marks to be given for a whole attempted because of these lines. These two options are right. So you will get questions like this. If you attempt such questions, you will get full mark. Question number 82 is, identify the correct 3D figure from the answer option, which is the top view, front view and right side view as given in the problem here. Elevations are given. Now we need to find out which of the following 3D figure will be fitting for all the three elevations. From these options, if you take all the three options, will have this top view. So we need to consider the front view. So front view, there is a ramp. So this option is not possible because there is no ramp here. Also this one is also not possible because the ramp is missing. The answer has to be between either A and D. So here the ramp is not touching the edge. There's a small gap just like the one shown here. So option D is the right answer. A is wrong. Question number 83 is identify the correct side elevation view as indicated in the arrow direction for the given top view of the pentagonal stacked on a horizontal plane. So here pentagons are stacked in a plane and we need to find out the elevation which will be matching for this arrow direction. From the start we can see A is the wrong option because we have a pentagon over here. We should find the difference among these things. So here option D is also wrong because it has a even gap here, but here we can see there are intersections happening from this direction. So it has to be between either these. Here all these pentagons are in showing the plane surface, but here you can see there is a edge forming here. So that means there will be elevation on the front surface just like this. So option C is the right option. Question number 84 is if the arrow mark of the direction of light, then the image of the object with the correct shadow is. So here there is a plane with a cylinder on the surface of the plane. The arrow is in this direction and the shadow will be forming in the opposite of that arrow direction. The shadow is actually falling on this plane line, not towards the corner of the square. So option D is the right answer. Question number 85 is identify the correct top view for the given radiform from the given options. There is a isometric solid given and we need to find out the plan view when we look at the solid from the top view. So from this we can directly sketch this plan. I'll start from this L-shaped form. So this looks like this, and after that it has another inverted L like this, and there is these three shapes which are aligned like this. This vertical line is getting aligned with this one and this line is getting aligned here. So we need to draw a two line here getting aligned with this here. If we compare this option with the given options, option D is perfectly matching. D is the right answer. Question number 86 is what does the color do? Because the most apt choice. The given choices are can only reduce physical dimension of the space. Wrong. Can draw attention, have a emotional and physical effect. Maybe. Can only make everything appear artistic and fancy. No. Can only be used to fill the empty space. No. Whenever there is mentioned as only, color has many properties. Most apt answer for this, colors draws attention. Every color has its own emotions, like red is for danger and green is for pleasant feeling. So it also has a psychological effect. So option B is the right answer. Question number 87 is warm colors are usually associated with what kind of emotion? Laziness, passiveness, aggression, sensuousness. The warm colors are the colors that are associated with the fire, that is orange, yellow, red, which are similar to the fire and heat indication. So hence aggression is apt answer for this question. Question number 88 is what is the name of Kandinsky's short book published in the year 1911 about the colors and its effects on human emotions? The given options are concerning the spiritual in art, color and abstract space, the myriad hues of abstract expressionist. So if you go to Amazon, you can find this book named Concerning the Spiritual in the Art by Wesley Kandinsky. So this is the book in the question they were talking about. So option A, concerning with the spiritual in art, is the right answer. Question number 89 is which predominant color scheme has Jim Dine, the American pop artist, explored in the painting depicted below? So look at this image carefully, but don't look deeply into the colors because you find colors that are not part of the scheme, but overall you'll get some idea that these are the predominant colors used for this art. So the given options are tertiary, primary, analogous and complementary colors. So I don't see complementary color here, even though there are small amount of green there, but predominantly you can see yellow and red, blue, which are primary color scheme. So option B is the right answer. Question number 90 is which of the following architect used colors in project to create drama, interest and character? Options are Louis Barragan, Louis Kahn, Charles Benninger, Tadahando. I am more familiar with these architects, Louis Icahn, Charles Benninger and Tadahando. They doesn't use color in the manner which is mentioned in the question. But Louis Barragan, he is new to me. So Louis Barragan is a Mexican artist come architect. So these are his projects. You can see the vivid colors used by him to create interest on the buildings. So this is one of the project of him. The answer for this question is option A, Louis Barragan. Question number 91 is design principle based MSQ type question. So MSQ is multiple selection type question where you will be provided with the numerous options and out of that 4 you have to choose as a right answer. The question is, identify the 4 most important visual principles in the given two-dimensional black and white composition. The given options are option A, contrast, focal point, symmetry, vibration, depth, convergence, parallelism, axis. Before doing that, you should have a good knowledge about all the principles. I'll explain some of the principles that are there here. First one is contrast. So contrast is clearly seen here. Contrast is nothing but value difference between black and white. So here it has the extreme white and extreme black, so the image is quite good in contrast. Option A is there. And also focal point, there are some lines that are moving towards certain point here. This is the focal point of this image, so focal point is also there in this image. Next is symmetry, vibration, depth, convergence, axis. Axis is there because you can see there is a middle point and the axis is there. Depth is not there, vibration is not there. Convergence is there because all the lines are converging towards a single point, so convergence is there. For this answer, A, B, F, H is the right answer. Question number 92 is also design principle based MSQ type question. We need to find out the 4 visual principles that are seen from this image. So the given options are focal point, datum, depth, diversion, pattern, texture, movement and contrast. So here in this image I can see there is a focal point A, and then a texture pattern creates a texture, and also there is a movement here. There is a depth created visually, front, back. The visual depth is created. Option A, C, F, G are the right answer. Question number 93 is identify the 4 important design principles. Same as like the previous question. The given options are texture, distortion, contrast, grid, conversion, curvilinear, symmetry, 3D. So option A, texture is there because you can see there are texture in the strokes, and option C, contrast is there because you see all the colors are vibrant against the background, so contrast is there. Option C, F, curvilinear is there, every stroke is curved one. So option H, 3D is there. We feel that these strokes are actually 3-dimensional even though it is seen in a 2-dimensional plane. So for this question, A, C, F, H is the right answer. Question number 94 is identify the monument of the famous motif. The given options are Ajanta, Patan Steps Well, Airavateshwara Temple and Arjuna's Penance. So this is an article about Airavateshwara Temple. It's in Kumbakonam, India, Tamil Nadu. So this is found to be the oldest optical illusion. Here you can see that there are 2 body but only one elephant head is seen here. What is the animal behind? It is said to be this is one of the oldest optical illusion could have ever been made by the humankind. So option C, Airavateshwara Temple is the right answer. Question number 95 is identify the name of the established theory of proportion from the image given below. So given options are Mobius strip, Pythagoras theorem, theory of multiple proportion and Fibonacci series. Pattern which is there in the center of the flavor, it perfectly fits according to the golden rectangle curve. So golden rectangle is a pictorial representation of Fibonacci series. This perfectly fits with the Fibonacci series. So option D, Fibonacci series is the right answer. Question number 96 is identify the artist through self-portrait given below. First of all, this question itself is wrong because this is not a portrait sketch. Portrait means it has to be something which is focusing only on the face, that is portrait, but here this is not portrait. So the given options are artist Pablo Picasso, Francis Bacon, Vincent van Gogh and Rembrandt. So actually we will see who did this painting. So this is a painting by Pablo Picasso, old guitarist, did in the year 1903. This is a world famous painting and it is done by Pablo Picasso but not the self portrait of Pablo Picasso. Hence all the options are wrong here. Whoever attempted this question will get a bonus mark. Question number 97 is find the 4-point star among the given squares and triangles. Where is it hiding here in this entire figure, whether it's in the first, second or third quadrant? So here if you take this shape, here you can see there is a 4-pointer star hiding here. So they are asking this only. If you try this in the other portions, you will not get this. So the given options are x1, x2, here it is x2. So option B, x2 is the right answer. Question number 98 is identify the architect from the given drawing, one of his stadium project. So this is a stadium project. I think it's the top view of that stadium. We need to find out which one of the following architects is the associated with this project. Given options are Buckminster Fuller, Gustav Eiffel, Nervi Luggi and Felix Kendala. Peri Luggi Nervi, the architecture sports examination. So Nervi Luggi is the architect who did this stadium. If you look at this project from the top view, it will look like this. So this is his project. So the right answer is option C, Nervi Luggi. Question number 99 is how many elephants can spot in the image given below. So we'll count the number of elephants here. First is 1 and 2 and 3 and then 4, 5, 6, 7, and here comes the trick. We need to find how many are there behind this bigger elephant. We can see that the body of this elephant is getting over here. The one more body is actually one more elephant, so it's 8th one, and here this is 9th one, and also you can see there is a one more elephant seen here, so 10th one. So totally 10 elephants are there here shown in this image, so 10 is the right answer. Question number 100 is there are no straight lines or sharp corners in nature, therefore the building must have no straight lines or sharp corners. Who said this? The given architects are Nari Gandhi, Laurie Baker, Antonio Gaudi, Franco Gehry. So this is a website where they have given all the quotes by famous architects in the history. So among them, we have Aristotle, Leonardo da Vinci, Franco Gehry, Philip Johnson, Le Corbusier, Norman Foster, Oscar Niemeyer, and Antonio Gaudi. There are no straight lines or sharp corners. So this is the quote they have mentioned. So this is one of the project by Antonio Gaudi, the La Sagrada Familia. It's a church. So the answer for this question is option C, Antonio Gaudi. Question number 101, it's a coding decoding type of question. If cook is called butler, butler is called manager, manager is called teacher, and teacher is called clerk, clerk is called principal. So here they're asking who will be teaching the class. As we can see here, the actual teacher is called as clerk. So teacher is acting like a clerk. That means clerk will be teaching in the class. So option C, clerk is the right answer. Question number 102 is, it's a coding decoding type of question. A is B's sister, C is B's mother, D is C's father, and E is D's mother. Then how A is related to D? So we need to find out the relationship series to understand how A is related to D. So here it is given that A is B's sister, so B is the eldest one, and A is B's sister, and C is B's mother. So B's mother means A's mother also same. C is B's mother. That is for both of them, they are the mother. And D is C's father. E is D's mother. Then how A is related to D? That's what we need to find out. So C is B's mother. C is B's mother. That means this is female. D is C's father. So it's male. So C is mother and D is grandfather. So option C, grandfather, is the right answer. So I have made a mistake. So see here they are asking how is A is related to D. They are not asking how D is related to A. So that means we have to denote what is A is related for D. So A is the granddaughter, not option C. Whereas D is the grandfather, but A is granddaughter of D. So option A is the right answer. Question number 103 is, a river always has boats, tributaries, fishes, bank. All rivers doesn't have to have boat. Tributaries are the rituals conducted in the river, so that is not the case for all the river which are there all over the world. Fish, there are some rivers which doesn't have fish. So these are not must to have in a river, but always a river will have a bank. That is the river bank. Option D is the right answer. Question number 104 is, birds are to fly as horses to. We know birds usually fly to move from one place to another place. Also the movement of birds is indicated as flies. Now we need to find what is the movement of horses named to be. Speed, grass, paddock and trot. If you consider C and D, paddock and trot, you should know the meaning. So the meaning of trot is with reference to four-legged animal. Four-legged animal proceed or cause to proceed a pace faster than a walk, resulting each diagonal pair of legs alternatively. Here you can see trot is nothing but four-legged animals. They move their legs diagonally. Like you can see these two diagonal legs are moving. The next step, these two legs will be moving. So it causes a much more speed than a regular walk, just like humans do with two legs. So this kind of movement is called trot. So option D, trot, is the right answer. Question number 105 is the main figure is embedded in one of the 4 option figures. Identify from the options given. So this main figure is embedded somewhere in any one of this following option. We need to find out which of that option is. Option C is wrong because we don't have a flat line here. We have a flat line over here. So also if you consider this is wrong because we don't find the top portion here. So the answer has to be between either A or D. If you consider A and D, so A there is no diagonal line forming over here, so option D is the wrong option. Now we will find this here. So you can see, so this figure is boldly embedded into the option A, so option A is the right answer. Question number 106 is, in this question the main figure is embedded in one of the 4 option figures. Identify from the options given. So the given main figure is this one, and we need to find out which of this has this embedding. First we need to find out which is the wrong option, perfectly wrong option. So option B is the wrong option because these lines, 2 lines are not there here. So C is also wrong option because this is very small and also there is an intersection happening. So C is also wrong option. And option A, if you consider, so this is happening but the line is not missing here. So A is also wrong option. So D should be the right answer. So if you check this over here, so it's coming like this and this and this, and then this line goes on like this. So we can see that this shape is there inside this. So option D is the right answer. Question number 107 is, what is the meaning of the symbol which is designed in the year 1950? So this is a very simple question. The given options are Christianity, communism, Springfest and peace. This symbol belongs to peace. So this is the symbol of peace. So option D is the right answer. Question number 108 is, who proposed the concept of lateral thinking in the year 1967? Options are Edward de Bono, Sigmund Freud, Jean Piaget, Erik Erikson. So look at this lateral thinking Wikipedia page. Lateral thinking is a manner of solving problem using indirect creative approach via reasoning that is not immediately obvious. So this is the meaning of lateral thinking. It was introduced by Edward de Bono in the year 1967. So for this question, option A, Edward de Bono, is the right answer. Question number 109 is, what is the theme of the World Earth Day 2023 to be celebrated tomorrow on 22nd of April? So this exam was conducted on 21st of April 23. So they are asking question like this. So given options are invest in our planet, green is the theme, restore our planet, climate action. So if you take World Earth Day 2023, invest in our planet is the theme of the particular year. So they also have a website earthday.org in which you can check all these details. So option A, invest in our planet, is the right answer. Question number 110 is, the picture reminds you of which of the movie series? The given movies are Harry Potter, Twilight, Lord of the Rings, Indiana Jones. So you can see this is a scene from Harry Potter. In Harry Potter, they travel to Hogwarts School using this train. So this is the same photograph that of that particular place which comes in the movie. Option A, Harry Potter, is the right answer. Question number 111 is, identify the architectural components in the interior image given below. Mark will be avoided if all the answers are right. So previously we had design principle. This is architecture terminology kind of MSQ type question. Here a photograph is given and a list of architectural elements are given here. So we need to find out which are associated with this image. So here there is no clear story window. Courtyard is there. The column is a Corinthian column, and we can see there are corridors around this courtyard, and decorative parapet is there. So in the top, this wall is called parapet. So decorative parapet is there. So this is not here. So the center element, there is some design going on. So this comes under landscape architecture. Landscape may also be an answer. So deck is not there. So among these given option, B, C, E, F and G are the right answer. So if you are answering any 4 among these 5, the full mark will be awarded for this question. Question number 112 is, identify 4 architectural building components in the interior image given below. So this is the same question. We need to find out architectural component. The mark will be awarded if all the answers are right. So this is the image given, and the options given are curvilinear pathway, dry landscape, skylight. So okay, so we'll try to find out which all elements are part of this image. There is a ample light going on here. So option G is the right answer. And steel truss, the beams which are shown here is the truss structure. So steel truss is also a right answer. This is wrong. Skylight we don't see anything. Glass panel is there. Curvilinear pathway is there. We don't see any walls here. We don't see any clay storage. So option A, D, G, H is the right answer. Question number 113 is identify the 4 most appropriate architectural components in the tropical dwelling illustrated below. So we need to find out the architectural components that are associated with this image. The given options are the following. First we'll try to find out which all not there. Concrete roof is not there. This is not a concrete roof. Dormer window is there. This type of roof is called hyped roof. So this is also there. Bay window, I don't see anything here. So no. Raised plinth, so this is the plinth level, it is quite raised here, so this is also there. Curved columns are not there. Veranda and brick walls is not there, so veranda is there. So option A, C, E, G is the right answer. Question number 114 is same kind of question, MSQ type. We need to find out the architectural components that are seen in this interior of this hotel. So the given options are railing, steel columns, atrium, elevation. I will try to find out which all options are not there. So we have a handrail here, so it should be there. Steel columns, I don't see anything. Atrium, this space is called the atrium space, so it might be an answer. Illusion, something, the illusions are getting created here. Dog-legged staircase, this is not a dog-legged staircase. Skylight, we don't able to see the sky. Carpet is there, so we need to find out any one among the following options. So illusion, atrium C might be the right answer. So we need to find out one more option here. This staircase is called helical staircase. So option A, C, G, H is the right answer. Question number 115 is identify the most 4 appropriate architectural components seen in this African vernacular settlement. So the given architectural components are conical roof is there, so option A is right. Tiled roof is the wrong option. Adobe construction might be a right answer because it's a clay construction. Deep overhang is the wrong option, and fibrous glass roof is the wrong option. Stone masonry wall painting is there, and we need clutter. So totally 4 we got. So the answer is A, C, E, H is the right answer. Question number 116 is following questions. There will be image displayed for 45 seconds and you need to observe this image carefully. After 45 seconds this image will go off and there will be questions based on this image. So here they have given this is done by the famous cartoonist Maria Miranda. So here just for solution purpose I am showing image, but in the exam hall you will not able to get to see the image back. Now the question is how many people are there in this image. So you can see there are 4 people here, so 4 is the right answer. What was the pattern of design on the woman's skirt? So it's a polka pattern. So option D, polka dot is the right answer. Next, this is also same kind of question. In how many frames of photo collage were the 3 nutrition drink flask holder? Totally 4 flask holders. What fruits are depicted in the given nutrition collage composition? There is no grapes in the image. Here in this series, banana, orange and apple. I don't see any apples here. So here the answer has to be between these two. So we can see avocado is here. So option C will be the right answer. This is the same 45-second question. So image will be displayed for 45 seconds and after that the image will go off. We need to answer the coming question. What is resultant number if we add all the numbers in the middle row and subtract 6? So in the middle row we have this number 16 minus 6 will be 10. So 10 will be the right answer for this question. How many shapes with curved sides are seen in the given pattern? For this question, it's better you can draw it easily before the image goes off. So we have 1, 2 and 3. 3 images are with the curved side. So 3 is the right answer. Question number 122 is 45-second question. Observe this image. How many yellow pencils are there in this image? You can count it here. 1 and I don't know whether this is a pencil or not. So 1 and here there is one more pencil 2. So there are 2 yellow pencils are here. Question is how many yellow pencils are seen in the image? You can see 1 pencil here and 1 over here and 1 over here. So totally we have 3 pencils. So 3 is the right answer. Question number 123 is what was the color of pen with its cap open? So it's a green color. You can see the pen is opened up here. So it's a green color. Green is the right answer. How many dogs were seen wearing the collars? 1, 2 and 3 and then 4 and then 5. So totally 5 dogs. So 5 is the right answer. Which card is the white bulldog passing under the table? The card which is passed by the white bulldog is, so the given options are A clover, A diamond card, A heart card, A spade card. So option A clover card is the right answer.